video. I haven't made a video in a while. So so if you hear me talking to myself over here, it's not really, I'm talking to my friends. Okay. Oh, hello. Stop it. No, I am recording. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen and friends and countrymen. What is that? What's that guy? What's it? Used to watch the Little Rascals, and Alfalfa. He used to say, "Friends, Romans, and countrymen." Yeah, remember that? No, you guys would remember that because you gotta be old to remember that. Now, do you see how this is upside down? This image. If I turn it this way now, for you, it is correcto mundo. Well, now I tried to figure out how I could set this camera up because I got like this tripod doohickey, and it's not and I can't do anything right unless I just do it upside down. So now I ordered, and it's going to be here Friday, this other different kind of like a selfie stick, so it can stick up there on my shelf, and then maybe when I do a video, it'll be in the right direction. But I want to show you this, what I'm doing here. I want to show you this. I want to show you this here book. This here book, actually I have two of these here books. Oh wait, I got to turn it this way so you can see. I have two of these here books. And you can buy these kind of books like over there to the, you know what, I gotta do a little bit disclaimer here because I'm old and senility is setting in. But I just wanted to tell you that I may have done this before. So if you're seeing like a deja vu, yeah, I may have done this before. But so if I did, just go on to, what you doing, Papa?
Putting the dogs up.
Oh, really? It's kind of early. Do they have to go? Okay, all right. He's putting the dogs to bed. But anyway, what I'm using this book for is like, see how those tripod legs get in my way? Yeah, I'm not going to have them after I get my new thingy. I take these pages and I just paint them with gesso. And then I just put different stuff on them. And I just keep layering paint on them. And then I put them back in my book. Now see, like this page, I still got to paint the back. And then there's another page. And then there's another page. And another. And see, just go from color to color. And yeah, and that's what I do. Now, this is how many pages I got done so far. But now today I want to paint some more. I'm just in a painty mood. So I'm going to paint some more. Oh, excuse me about that. Now, so anyhow, put this back down here on the floor where I have my things like sorted out there on the floor. Now, like I've told Jins before, just a minute, I got to get my brush here. Get my brush out the water. There we go. I shouldn't have left it in the water. I'm going to ruin my brush. Doggone it. Paid 50 cents for this over to the thrift shop. Do I have a dog behind me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know how he fits back there, but okay. So what I'm going to do is actually I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. 5 pages here. And what I'm going to do with this, darling, is I'm going to, boy, I'm not prepared. I'm going to paint these. But first I just gesso them. But see, I like go in this, I like to work on more than one at one time because the reason being, oh yeah, I do find my, wait a minute, I got to turn this leg. There, now, get it out of my way. And because I do not like waiting for paint to dry, it gets on my nerves. You don't want to get on this woman's nerves. Okay, so I just gesso over the whole page. Now, some of these pages I I see really beautiful pictures. This is a beautiful picture. Actually, every page has beautiful pictures. But like I said before, I have 2 of these books. So I can use one of them for fussy cutting out pictures that I can use in other things. And then this one, I can just paint the papers. I can just paint them. And when I'm painting, I don't have no plan. I just paint. And this is, I'm just gesso painting this. You can be painting like with just white paint or any color paint actually. And so I just paint, but I just gesso with white paint. Now, you can make even your own gesso. There's recipes. There's recipes online. You can dig around on YouTube, and there's a lot of recipes where you can make, you know, your own gesso. Then it's like cheap and stuff, and so. But this one about this here, I'm just using. Oh, sorry, put that over here. See, there we go. This is Artist Loft. I got this over there at the Mackles, and over there at Mackles. It was buy one get one free when I bought it, so that's why I bought it. And so and Stacy Evans at the Pink Poodle Craft place. Pink Poodle Playground, Pink Poodle Crafts. She has a recipe for the gesso she makes. She invented even some clear gesso, and she has a video out. I have to look, if I remember, which my memory is not good. If I remember, I'll put that in the description box below, and I will put a link to that she makes her own gesso. But I have to find it first, though. Well, I think I could find it. But so see, because I don't like for paint to dry. I don't like to wait for paint to dry because I'm very impatient like that. So I that's why I do more than one at one time. So then when you're looking at when somebody's looking at my,
I'm abandoning you.
oh, are you going already back to the back 40?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to lay in the bed and read, huh? Okay, the hubster's going to go to bed. And it's only 8:30. I don't know what's with the deal with that. I don't know what the deal is with that. And so I'll be in there later. But I took a nap till Lord knows what time it was. I think 6 o'clock, I think I woke up from my nap. Today I made chicken and dumplings for lunch or for dinner. Well, it was halfway between lunch and dinner, so I guess it was like lunner, like lunner, lunch, dinner, lunner. Or it could have been lunch, dinner, dunch, whatever. But anyway, I made chicken and dumplings. I haven't made chicken and dumplings in a while because I don't cook very much anymore. But I mean, I did I get the flour all over my belly kind of dumplings. Roll it out with the rolling pin. I mean, I was like Susie Homemaker. See, the thing is, isn't that cute? The thing is, when you just paint, yeah, my chicken and dumplings was better than you can get over there through the Cracker Barrel. I shouldn't say that. The Cracker Barrels were probably better. But no, I shouldn't say that either. Mine were delicious. I keep forgetting that I'm going to quit downgrading myself. I used to always downgrade myself. Oh, God, a fly, some kind of a flying something flew right into my gesso. I think he's stuck. Hello, bug. Oh, geez, I guess they come to my light. Well, he can just stay there. I don't know what to do with him. Well, maybe I should dip him out of there. Maybe he can live. Just a minute. But I got to get him out there. He looks like a little baby grasshopper. Come here, little guy. Oh, yeah, you're not. This isn't going to end well. This little guy. Poor thing. See him? He's just a little guy. Yeah, poor thing. I think he's in bug heaven. Okay. Now, what was I saying? Was I saying anything important? Of course I was. Oh yeah. I was talking about putting myself down. I'm not going to do that no more. I used to I have always done that. I didn't realize how much I did that. And I now realize how much I did that. Just put myself down all the time. And I decided that I'm not going to do that anymore. See, now here I am on page number 5. And they're all drying. And, oh, and see how I put on the back, I get like some of my papers that I don't use, some of my scrapbooking papers. Because I've got a stack full of scrapbooking papers, and because that I've had for like generations and days and 100 years, and I haven't used them, but they're beautiful. But I haven't used them, so I figure I'll use them for like drop papers. That's what people call them. If you put it behind what you're painting, they call them drop papers. I think some people call them blotters, you know, when they blot up your whatever they want to call it. And so, but, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, then I am now, while I'm doing that, I'm also, make sure no more bugs in there, I'm also making another painty paper. Another painty paper. Now, let me put that over there. Because, see, now what's happening, see, I have some painty, well, I don't know what, just a minute. Let me turn around here if I can. I have a little trouble. Sometimes I have a little trouble turning around because it's got a lot of stuff. But see, now, actually this paper was one of these with the roses. And see, by using it as a background, that's what happened to that one. That's what happened to that one. There you go with that one. There's another one. And here's another one. I sort of made a tree on this one. Oh, this one. It sort of made a tree. See, it's like an apple tree. There's apples, leaves, tree. And I wrote words on it. But yeah, see, so that means you can use your blotter papers. There I got a whole stack of 12 by 12 backgrounds. I can cut these and make like ATC cut, you know, start an ATC card with these or something. Yeah, I'll find a lot of good stuff to do with them. I'll put them back over here on the floor. Whoops, not there though. I'll roll over it with my chair. Don't want to do that. Okay, now, see, now my papers are drying. Now this first one that I did is pretty close to being dry. Okay, I'm going to put this in my water because I don't think I'm going to use that brush. I think what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this sponge. I think I'm going to use this sponge this time. I like to use this sponge. So what I'm going to do with the sponge is I'm going to wet it like this. This is like a, I wonder if I have the package. What if I have the package these came in? Well, I got these over to the thrift shop too. These are Artist Natural Ocean Sponge by Royal. It says used with acrylics, oils, watercolors, fabric paints, or dyes. Sponge painting, faux finishes, stippling, staining, tile, pottery, ceramics. So, but there was a whole bunch of different sponges in here. I bought them over there to the thrift shop. You never know what you're going to find over there at the thrift shop. And so I bought them there. Okay. I like to start with my sponge to be a little bit wet. And then, just a minute, I'm turning around. You know what I'm going to use first? I never know what I'm going to use. This is Createx Transparent Airbrush. paint. Another yard sale find. So I don't know. I don't know how this will work. So I'm gonna just. That's a hard bottle. I can't squeeze it. Okay, airbrush paint is kind of thin and watery, I guess. I only say that because it's thin and watery. It's not like I know. Oh, it's a pretty color. What color do they call that? Aqua. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to just go over that gesso with some of this here aqua paint with my sponge. Like that. Then I'll take the next page. Oopsie daisies. Kind of stuck it on top of that other page. And I'm going to go just over that one. A little bit different, you know, a little bit different. Okay, this gesso's taking a little long. Oh, excuse me, I got to move my pineapple. Got me a pineapple top over there. I got to get that in a pot of dirt. We take our pineapples, when we buy a pineapple at the store, and you cut the top off and then just eat the pineapple, then you're left with the top. We take the tops then, and we just put them in a pot, in a container of some kind, and stick them out in the yard, and they grow and grow and grow. And then we get another pineapple. It grows another pineapple. So we got like, I think we only have one right now out there in the yard. Only one pineapple right now. But I have to show that to you one day. The pineapple is so pretty. They're so pretty when they're growing, and then, oh, they're so yummy then when you eat them. Okay, now see, that's just all the color of that color that I'm going to put on there. And just put that over. Now, see, I got all 5 of them going. So now all 5 of these will kind of have the same color. And then what I'm going to do, oh, what do I do with all that junky paper I have? I have been having so much trouble with my printer. I don't have trouble with my printer. I think it's trouble with my computer. Something, I don't know. But when it's not printing things well, like here, I tried to print a label and it wouldn't print. Okay, so I'm going to use this as a cleaning paper to clean off my sponge a little bit. Okay, we'll put that right there. Okay, now. But anyhow, do you see how I go from subject to subject? Yeah, my brain's broke. Oh, now I need another color. Let's see, just a minute. Okay, let me put this back over here. Hi, Sammy. I have a cart behind me. You know, one of them Cog or whatever they're called. It's got my paints in it. Now I got some red. Now this is indoor gloss, real red, enamel, acrylic enamel paint, indoor gloss. Whatever. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to give it some red. Oh, okay. And so what I'll do now is, Sammy, why are you licking my foot? The dog's licking my foot. A warm tongue. So yeah, I'm just going to now go on these pages. See, now, you know, then I usually have 4 or 5 that are very similar in color because I do it this way. But when you're done, I mean, you can paint the backs if you want, of course. But if you don't really have to paint the backs, because if you don't paint the backs, then you can, you know, cut them apart and use them as backgrounds in other art projects, or in like like collages and stuff. You can do that. And so that's why I say you don't really have to do the backs. Unless you're only doing them to collect in your book. And you might be just doing them to collect in your book. I don't know. Put that on my wipe-off paper. Put that right there. Maybe I should have 2 wipe-off papers. Yeah, I really got to learn how to... I got to figure out how to get this doggone printer thing to work. It prints everything else, but I don't know why it doesn't want to print my labels. Everything comes out like all pixelated. But I want to... pretty soon I'm going to start me an Etsy store so I can make like millions of dollars. Or Etsy. I don't know if it's Etsy or Etsy. Okay, let's see. Now, I think my sponge is getting a little mushy. Let me see if I can... Where did I put my baby wipes? Hang on. Oh, here they are. I found them. I found my baby wipes. Now, let's see. Oops. Pull 3 out at a time. Think money was growing on trees around here. Okay, now. I think I can wipe this off like this. I could take it over to the sink, but you know how far the sink is for me to walk? I'd have to make 18 steps. I don't know if I want to make 18 steps. Oh, that looks nasty. That'd be nasty looking. Okay, I'm going to turn it around this way. I'm just going to turn it around that way. Okay, let me put this... Wash my thumb. Okay, okay, I'm going to... See, that's the end of this yellow. This is bright yellow apple barrel. That's the end of that one. Throw that in the rubbish. Okay, so now where do I put my water? Oh, there it is. Use this side of the sponge. This side of the sponge is a little bit different. You know, these sponges are kind of hard till you wet them. Yeah. Okay, now where am I? Oh, I didn't put any red on this one. Oh, well, that's okay if it doesn't have any red. It's okay. It's all good. I'll put yellow. See, I like the yellow with the... I may have to go over to the kitchen sink and wash this out before I get too much more color on it. That's pretty. That's pretty. Pretty full. And let's put some yellow here. You know, I really should make sure that I use colors that blend well together so I don't make a big fat mess, because we all know I don't want to make a big fat mess. We all know I am a perfectionist. Okay, oops, I'm not going to have much yellow here. Let me see. Okay, that's enough yellow on that one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's going to be it for the yellow. Now, that's pretty, don't you think? Oh, I do. I like that spongy look. I think that spongy looks pretty groovy. Put this on my paper too. See, whenever you have like prints or something that don't work out in your printer, yeah, don't throw the paper away, because you can always paint it. Use it for something different. Oh, you know what? I'm going to leave that like this. Start on another page. So it just keeps them under there. So I can move this one and I'll put that one over here. And I'll put that one right there. Okay. Now I got to get another color. What color do I want? Of course, my favorite color is purple. Always purple and lavender and all of them in the purple apartment. Oh, this one is lavender apple barrel. And let's see. Oh yeah, it's still in good shape. Some of my paints are in good shape because they're old, but I use them anyway. Because if your paint gets old, and if your paint gets old and gets like lumpy, it just kind of makes, because it gets lumpy. It's like it gets like, excuse the word, but it gets like boogers. And so, but then it just gives you more texture in your project. That looks good, don't you think? You agree? You agree with this old woman? Oh, I like that one. So, yeah, but that's what I was, that's kind of what I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I was trying to say. Sometimes I just, one day when I grow up, I'm going to get more professional at what I do. But I got to grow up first. Okay, see how pretty that is? See, I was telling you. Oh, I started telling you about these, I think I started telling you. It was about positive affirmations. I have this friend, Nikki. She lives across the pond. Me and her have matching unicorns. Imaginary ones. But they're matching unicorns. Me and Nikki, one day we're going to swim. She lives across the pond. One day we're going to go swimming. And we're going to meet halfway. I might have told you this before. I don't know. But we're going to meet halfway and have some tea and brownies. And yeah. What was I going to tell you about her? Oh, yeah, she once mentioned to me about this lady. Her name is Louise Hay. And because I have this bad thing. I would say, oh, my fingers are so chubby. I wish I had long, thin, slender fingers like the professional ladies that do their videos. And I wish my nails were beautiful, and my hands are so chubby and fat and ugly. And, I would say stuff like that. Well, I did not realize until I started listening to this lady, Miss Louise, bless her heart, rest her soul. She just passed away this past August. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one. And, but holy smokes, does that lady make a lot of sense. She had a rough beginning, Miss Louise Hay. Really rough beginning. But that girl put on her big girl panties and she climbed right out of it. What is this? Who knows? Part of the sponge. I love these colors. I think that's pretty. I think it's really pretty. So she jumped right out of her spell of her rough beginning. She had a really, really rough beginning. But boy, did she turn her life around, that girl. And I have been listening to her. She's got a lot of things on her website that teach you about affirmations and stuff. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. And so these last few days, I've been listening to her, listening to the things she has to say. And your little bug, come here. And because she's wise. She's a wise lady. And she has touched the souls of so many people. And so I've been listening to her. And I didn't even realize it because, I buy things at the thrift shop. And I had bought, this was a deck of cards. It just said wisdom cards. And I did not know they were by Louise Hay until I learned about her like 3 days ago. But it is full of cards. This is just full of cards. And it is all positive affirmations. Like on this one, it says, I love being me. I no longer judge or criticize myself. I am free to love who I am. This is this lady. This is Louise Hay. This is the kind of stuff. And this here, well, I've sent a couple of these cards off already in Happy Mail because that's where I bought them. I thought they were pretty neat. Never did even hear of this lady till my friend mentioned her, and then I thought, wow, I'm going to check her out. And so here it says, this one says, each person is part of the harmonious whole. I choose to believe that everyone is always helpful. Therefore, wherever I go in life, people are there to help me. But boy, if you ever, I won't read all these to you, I know, but it says, I deserve only good in my life. I mean positive affirmations. I release other people's fears and limitations. I think my own loving thoughts. Your own. Don't let people put stuff in your mind that are negative. Release them. Release those negative things. And just go on with your own positive things. Because there is so much positive. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, now that that commercial is over, I'm going to, let me see, what did I do with my, oh, here it is, right here next to the snake. I want to dry this off a little bit. See, once I put, like, the paint starts getting a little thick, then I don't want it, like, to be, like, real sticky. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to get white paint. White paint. Just a minute, I'm reaching around. Oh, I should have used this. Purple. Oh, too late now. Where's my, oh, here's my white. I bought a big bottle of white, and because they had this humongous gigundous apple barrel white over there to the Walmart, 32 ounces. That's a lot of white. But I poured it in a small bottle so I can use it easier. But I looked to see what it would be, and this made it really cheap per ounce compared to buying the little 2-ounce bottles like this. So yeah, that's a big bottle of paint, Raptor. All right, now, so then now I'm gonna, now people have seen me do this before. Now maybe you haven't, because you know I've seen, there is like a jillion artsy crafty videos on YouTube, and sometimes people say, oh, I've seen that before, somebody else did it. But you know what? Maybe somebody else didn't see. Like maybe, now I know you guys haven't watched every one of my videos. So if I am repeating myself and doing the same video again, then, and you've already seen it, well, just go on to the next one then. Or go to a different one. Oops, I got paint on my shirt. I don't care. That's mine. You know what? I buy shirts that have a lot of color in them. And then that way, if I get paint on them, then it doesn't matter. I don't care. I mean, I do care. I want to, that's another thing is I want to quit saying that I don't care, because I do care. I care about things, but I don't mind if I get paint on my clothes. I guess that's what I should say. I don't mind. And so, because I don't mind. If I was to be wearing like one of my fancy tops, like, then I would wear an apron. Actually, I wouldn't wear a fancy. Actually, I don't really have fancy tops, but I mean, if I were to have fancy tops, I would wear an apron if I were to wear it. I have to buy a fancy top though, because I want something new to wear to my son's wedding, which is on the 11th of November, and I'm so excited. I am just so excited that my son's getting married. I just think it's great. It's about freaking time. He's 32 years old. Life's passing him by. But I already love my daughter-in-law to be. I've been calling her my daughter-in-law already forever because I love her. And I said, if you and my son. I said, if you and Billy break up, I'm keeping you. Billy could go hit the road. Toad, not really. I wouldn't let neither one of them go hit the road. They're not going to break up because they have the most beautiful relationship and the most beautiful daughter, which is my granddaughter. And they're going to have a blue jean wedding. So I have blue jeans, so I don't have to buy blue jeans. But I think I'm going to get me like a special top because I'll be the mother of the groom. The mother of the groom. Sort of like a groom mother. When my kids were in school, I used to be a rube mother, so now I'm going to be a groom mother. So that's all I have to say about that. Now, I love circles. I love putting circles on all of my painty papers. And even though I do a lot of my painty papers the same, they still turn out so different. Like this is 5 sheets plus 2 more because of these little other ones that my husband almost threw them in the garbage. I said, don't throw them in the garbage, because he picked them up off the floor because this printer was spitting them out. And they were landing in the floor. And so he picked them up the floor and started throwing. I said, oh, don't throw them in the garbage. Who throws anything in the garbage anymore? I know it. Paint it. Don't throw the garbage, paint it. Anything. You can do so many cool things. I really should show you. Well, I guess I shouldn't. I should keep my mind on track. I'm not very good about keeping my mind on track, though. My mind flips around here and there and everywhere. And so I don't stay, targeted on one thing. Okay, let's see. What's this? Oh, that's my old Winn-Dixie card. We don't use Winn-Dixie cards anymore. We do, but they got new ones. That's a grocery store here in Florida. I don't know if they have them in everywhere, but I know they have them in Florida. Florida. That's where I live, Florida. Florda, Florida. And we go to the Winn-Dixie. So then when the card's no good anymore, it's still good because it's a painting tool. And it's amazing what you can find for painting tools. So then you just put marks, different marks on your painty papers. It doesn't matter what kind of marks you do. You just do them. You just do them and make them pretty. And say, you know what I used to say too? Another thing. I would say, oh, I'm not an artist. I would say that. I said that a lot. Now I say, you know what? Heck yes, I am. I am an artist. If you can put paint on a piece of paper, you are an artist. If your 2-year-old colors on the wall with color crayons before you send her to time out and scrub them walls off, you tell her that, sweet child, you are an artist. And this is beautiful art you did. Not the best place though, sweetie. You really are not supposed to write on the walls, but you are a good artist, and I will keep you with paper and crayons that you can do at the table. Or you can lay on the floor with your paper and crayons, and you can do your artwork. Don't ever discourage them children. Don't ever. So don't tell her she's bad because she wrote on the walls with purple crayon. Just tell her it was a bad choice of substrates to use because the house is rented and you're going to have to wash them walls. But yeah, you be sure and let her know that it's beautiful and that you'll make sure she has paper to do her writing and her artwork on. And she's an artist. She's an artist. So you keep that in mind. I keep my My art supplies are all out here in the open. I have 2 of my grandchildren that come on a regular basis are ages 9 and ages almost 2. And they love to do stuff. So I make sure that I have plenty of things for them. Things for them to paint on, things for them to glue on. I make sure that I have things for them to do. And I'm just adding some, I have extra paint right there, and I'm done with the white, so I'm just going to pick it up with that little piece of paper right there. I'll hang that right there on my cinch that's sitting on the floor. God, these are old. I shouldn't really mess them up. But that doesn't mess them up. It just adds. Adds to the beauty. Oh, here, this is good. Music. I love music sheets. I had a friend who lives around the corner the other day, and okay, I think I have that about blotted up, so that's good. We don't want to waste anything. No be waste. I had to get a little drink of my coffee. I got this here coffee in this here bubble mug. That's a big mug of coffee. It's actually kind of cold, but I like iced coffee too. Okay, so now what do I want to do? You know what I think I want to go with in some black. Do something black. Let me see. Where is my? Just a minute. Okay. Here I have some Artist Loft. Oh, my friend just sent me a video. Oh, I'll have to watch it after a while. It's my friend. That's my little friend, Nancy. My little friend, Nancy. Oh, let me put that right there. It just showed up on my computer. It went ding, and I looked, and it said that she sent me a little video. Okay, so I have to watch that. She's sending me a video of her craft area. I love to see people's crafty areas. I'm going to use this. I'm still going to be using this black. I mean this Winn-Dixie card. The Winn-Dixie. Back in the day, see, I've lived in this here on these same 2.5 acres for 43 years. Our Winn-Dixie used to be called the Quick Check. Then it went to Quick Check Winn-Dixie. Now it's just the Winn-Dixie. Yeah. You guys got Winn-Dixies? Where do you shop? You know what I wish we had here is a Piggly Wiggly. I love saying Piggly Wiggly. I think saying Piggly Wiggly is just so fun. And I love the little piggy that they have on the front of the stores. Piggly Wiggly. Yep. I think that we need a Piggly Wiggly just because I like the little pig. I wonder if I should have this zoomed out a little bit. Nah, just a little bit. Who knows? I'm not an expert at this at all. Not at all. Oh, that's pretty cool. Make it like a star. That's pretty cool. Well, if I just didn't figure out something better. A little star. That's nice. We live here. I've lived here 43 years in this one spot. When we moved out here, we were in the middle of nowhere, out in the Goonie bushes on God's little acre. It was just nothing. We lived on a Lime Rock Road, and just a Lime Rock Road. That's all it was. Well, now the road is paved, and they only paved it just maybe 5 years ago, if even that. And oh God, you know, I am liking these stars. And so, but in this area where we live, there are stores. I mean, within 5 or 10 minutes, we can get to any kind of a store we want, because even though our little area here is rural and countrified and horses and cows and chickens, we have chickens in our backyard. They lay us eggs. Well, chickens lay eggs. And but it is no problem just to go to any place we want in just a little bit of time. I find that we are blessed to be where we're at. It's just built up so much around here, built up over the years. The only thing is my neighborhood has changed so much. We used to know everybody in the neighborhood, but now, people have moved out, people have moved in, people have kind of died and stuff. And so it's changed. So I don't know all my neighbors anymore like we did. We used to have neighborhood get-togethers. But that doesn't happen so much anymore. Isn't that pretty? Okay, oh, here's another one. Put some more. Get some black on there. There you go. Look at that. I think, man, I'm onto something with this right here. I'm sure everybody already has figured out you can make these beautiful stars on your painty papers, but I just figured it out myself. Do they all have stars? Oh, this one didn't get a star. We got to make sure this one has a star. It's got some cross hatches there, but it has no star. Well, I call it a star. I don't know if it really is a star. That one has a star. Oh, this one, oops. This one doesn't have a star. This one has to have a star. There. Now, that one's got a star. Okay, now, on this paper, I need it to have a star. Because, see, even though this is just my drop paper or my blotter, it has to be pretty. It deserves to be pretty. Yeah, it does. It does deserve to be pretty. Everything deserves to be pretty. Everything is pretty. I have to admit, I have to tell you that it's everything. Everything is beautiful. Okay, I'm not going to sing. What's this? Just a piece of paper. Let me just... Ooh, look how pretty. Now see, just... Look, that even picked up some of my little stars. Okay. Now, let's see. What do I want to do next? Now I think... Let me see. Let's see. Let me see. Just let me see. What do I have over here? Oh, here I have some stamps. These are like my fave stamps. I don't even know where I got them. They don't have... Oh, what does it say here? Ann Butler hexagon set by Kelly. Oh, Kelly Craft. Oh, and then this is cut off, so I can't see it. It says www.kelly. Kelly Craft, designed by Kelly Craft. But they're just hexagons, but they have little stuff. Okay, just a minute. Let me reach. I have to reach around here and get my Memento Ink. Let me put these out of my way. I have a bad habit of just leaving everything on my top here, and then I have a big fat mess and no space to breathe. So I think I'm going to put this one, I'll put this over here somewhere. Yeah, I'll just throw that in the floor. It'll be fine in the floor. Okay, now what I'm going to do, now we'll go through each one of them again. And I'm going to put a little bit more black, but now I'm going to, see, now this is the checkerboardy. And so I'm just going to put some checkerboardy stuff here and there. on this page. So it's got checkerboardy on it. And I could put probably a different color, but if you use black, it just kind of, I don't know, I use black. I don't have no reason. No reason. Okay, so let me put that over there. Let me put this here and get some black on there. And then, whoops, I almost knocked my whole tripod over. And yeah, Friday I'm going to have my new camera holder upper. Because you know that Prime. I like shopping on Prime. And had to order me a new camera holder upper. But it is cheap. It's only $8. So it's not like it's the end of the world. And it's going to work better than what I have here. And then I won't have these tripod legs right in my way. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm blessed to have the tripod. So if anybody needs a tripod, yeah, I don't know. I might use it for something else. Okay, let's see. That one pretty. Now see that? Oops, I was upside down. I like the black on the yellow. That's just snazzy. Okay, I have checkerboards on everything here, right? Oh, not this. Checkerboards. I like to eat at we got Checkers. You know, it's like a restaurant. Checkers. You got the best hamburgers. Although I am trying hard not to eat junk food. I don't think I should really be eating junk food, because it's not good for me. Junk food's not good for you. I don't know if you know that, but it's not really good for you to eat. A haunting sound. Oh, I don't know that song. Okay, let's just, I don't know why, I don't know where I'm going with that one. Now, okay, now let me put this back over here, and let me get, is it this one? I like all four of them. They're all really cool, but this is like a, I don't know what it's like, but it's like different. See, this one is like, see how that one is? It's like a basket weave. Not pretty. It's like a basket weave. This was sent to me. I got a, there are angels on this earth. See, I like this one. And I have had some angels here on earth that have sent me Happy Mail. And I guess they call it Happy Mail. It's just a bunch of treasures. It's just, sometimes I wonder why in the world would they want to send me that kind of stuff. But then I say, it's okay. I am worthy. I gotta quit saying I'm not worthy of these things. See, this is what I'm learning from Louise Hay. That I am going to stop this. I am going to let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Okay, let's put that over here. Now see, started out with 5 sheets, and I think I got like 7 going here. And so, and this is fun. This is fun. You don't have to stop and dry things. You just keep going on with your bad self and make some painty papers. And see, like, if you do junk journals, I love me some junk journals now. You make junk journals, these pages like this, tell me that they're not the most beautiful pages for a junk journal. I guess if I don't put the whole thing down, I guess I could. That's okay. And I got my fingerprints on there too. Okay, let's see. Look at there. I knocked my... Okay, let me get this out of my way. I'm probably going in and out of frame because I'm, because I am. That's why. I don't have, you know, I always say because, and then I don't have no because. I have nothing to say after the because. Okay, now, that's pretty. This is beautiful. And now see, this one didn't get any yellow in it. But that's okay. It's all right. It didn't have any yellow in it. It's still my favorite. This one here's my favorite, too. I have 7 children. They're all my favorite. And I tell them, too. I say, you are my favorite. Because they are. Each one of them. Even the one that drives me nuts. He's my favorite, too. He is my favorite. Okay. I'm liking these. I think they're turning out most beautiful. Now, I should have my prompt cards out so I would know what I want to do next on here. Because if you have your prompt cards, because, you know, Stacey Evans, she has prompt cards, prompts. Prompts for doing her prompts that she uses to do her mixed media. But now this, all I did was paint and ink. A lot of the ones that Stacey Evans does is she does torn paper, she does sprays, she does, oh, I could put sprays. No, I don't think I need sprays anymore. There's a lot of things she does. She might put stickers on it. I don't know. But now see, earlier today, I was cutting out images. Now see, this wouldn't go on there. Some of my images wouldn't go on. They would just be too crazy, but some things you could even add an image. Yeah, maybe not. But you know, I cut these out of greeting cards. Just out of greeting cards, I cut these images. See, these was greeting cards. Well, what I wanted to do was try out my new scissors. I don't know where I put them. Did I already lose them? I bought this pair of scissors. Oh, here they are. And I just got them today. Now, they were a little pricey, but I got the arthritic thumbs right here. Both of my thumbs. I call it arthritis, but I also have the gout, and my doctor said that could be the gout in there in my thumbs too. So it's either the gout or the arthritis, but whatever, it hurts in my thumbs, but not constantly, just sometimes when I do my thumb just right, it hurts. So I try not to do it just right, but sometimes I do it just right anyway. These are made by Fiskars, but they got a spring. They got a spring, and they cut so nice. They cut so nice. And look, I don't even have to bend my thumb. I just cut. And so I was cutting out images on cards just to see how they would do. And oh man, these are nice. Titanium. They got like a titanium blade on them. I don't know what that means. If it has anything to do with the Titanic, I don't know. But yeah. Now, oh, I better put these out of the way. I'm going to get black ink all over them. Now, I need to put the cover on this so it doesn't dry up because I think I'm done with that stamp. And then, you know what I should do is I probably should just turn this computer off. And, oh, you know what? I have a stencil. This stencil was lost for the longest time. But then I was cleaning my area and I found it. It's amazing what you find when you clean your area. Now, I wonder what I'll do with it, though, because I really, this page might already be too busy. It might already be too much. So I don't know if I want to add anything. Let me see. Now, What if, let's see, just a minute, I'm getting a thing, reaching down here. Oh, these are so cool. My friend Deborah sent me these. They're makeup sponges. She sent me a whole pack. I love her for sending me them. My whole life is like Christmas Day and my birthday all wrapped into one. I would use my fingers, but my fingers are like black. I need to try to maybe wipe them off a little bit. Because I do like to use my fingers. I'm not scared about that. I'm not scared about using my fingers. But boy, have I got a mess here. I have got a mess, but you know what? It's a fun mess. And it makes me it just tickles the dickens out of me. And as long as it tickles the dickens out of me, then I'm going to continue doing it. Now, if it doesn't tickle the dickens out of me, then I'm not going to continue doing it. Okay, now what if I were to just see some of this black paint is still wet on that one. Is it still wet on this one? Well, not right here. So since it's not real wet right here, I'm going to take, well, I'll try this sponge first. I have the worst luck about getting my, when I use a stencil, then I get it running underneath the stencil. Now, but what I like to do here is when I do something like this, I just like to put a thin layer. I don't want it to be real opaque. I want it to be almost like transparent. See, so then the image that I already have on there just kind of still shows through because this is like transparent because you put it on thin like that, just like that, I'm telling you. And I like that. I think that's good. That is good. I think we need a little bit more like right here. This here like is one of my most favorite stencils, and it's got like the little hexagons, kind of looks like a bee's nest or something, or chicken wire, I don't know, something like that. And so I like that one. So there, now that puts that a little bit more. Ooh, yeah, I know where I want this one. I want this one right here. But see, then just that little thin layer, just a thin layer. You can go thicker if you want to, if you want it real opaque. But I don't think I want that to be real opaque today. Not today. I want it to be more of a thin, transparent. Isn't that pretty? See how that makes a difference? Each little thing makes a difference. And see now, if you wanted to be like a real fancy artist and draw pictures of a vase full of flowers and they look like you took a photograph, well, you know, then that's good. You know, there's some of you that can do that. That ain't me. Nope, that's not me at all. I'm different than that. I like, what would you call this? This would be like, it's sort of like mixed media, but then there's another name. There's another word you could call it. But I decided I can call myself an artist now. And I can like my hands too. My hands are good. Some people don't even have hands. Some people, you know, I watched a video one time. Actually, it was on a documentary on TV is what I watched. But I was watching it was about disabled people that were not disabled. This one girl that I watched, she had no legs whatsoever. None. She was no legs. She got her little old self around on a skateboard. And do you know what she did for a living? Are you sitting down? Are you ready for this? For a living, she was a mechanic. She would get her little skateboard and she got herself around by pushing herself with her hands on that skateboard. And she would get herself clumb up in that engine. And that girl could take a whole engine apart and put it back together, just sitting in that engine. No legs. Now, that impressed me to no end to see that. She's probably on YouTube somewhere. I don't know what her name was, but she sure impressed me. And then so when I complain, I'm going to quit complaining. I'm not going to complain anymore. I'm not going to complain about my health. My health is, I'm 68 years old. I'm 68 years, well, not quite 68 years old because in a couple of days, well, actually in a few days, I'll be 68 years old. And of course things are getting rusty. But am I going to complain? Nah. I'm going to just take it as it goes. Just let the stuff be rusty. I don't care. I mean, no, I can't say that. That's another thing I'm not going to say anymore. I'm not going to say I don't care. I do care. And so I take care of myself as best I can. I don't eat right. I got to eat better. I got to quit. I told my doctor I was going to quit eating ice cream since the last time I went. It's been about 2 months ago since I've been there. And because he told me my cholesterol would go down if I just lay off the ice cream. You know how hard that's been? It has been hard. I had one ice cream bar since I've been to the doctor, and that was when my daughter bought us an ice cream when the hurricane was going through. She bought me an ice cream, and I ate that ice cream. That's the only one that I've had since I've seen the doctor. So I'm curious to see if my cholesterol is down. I'm sure it will be, because my doctor's pretty smart. Not only smart, he's cute as a button. Holy smokes. He works out, he goes to the gym before he goes to work. Yeah, he's built like a solid, well, anyway, we won't go into that now. But yeah, he's a nice guy. But he's a nice guy. He doesn't make fun of me because I'm fat. But I'm not really like that. I'm just fluffy, portly. And that's all I am. And some people are portly. Some people just are portly. I'm portly. And it's me. I love myself the way I am. I am. I love myself just the way I am. I'm learning that from Louise Hay. I love her. If you just haven't got nothing else to do, look her up. And Louise Hay. And I forget what she calls herself. She doesn't call herself anything anymore but an angel because she's in heaven. But oh man, she's just amazing. I can't tell you how much I have been amazed by what I'm going to watch some more of her little videos after I'm done with this one. But I just felt like I needed to talk to you guys because it's been a while. And I missed you. That's why. So yeah, that's the story. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And so, see this, how much fun I'm having? Can you just feel the fun? Can you just feel the fun? I'm not trying to teach. I'm not trying to do a lecture. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just having fun. Fun. I am just having fun. And I'm doing something I enjoy. And I could probably be doing something else, dusting. Not this girl. I dusted once. And I dusted once. And the dust came back. So it's nothing but a trick. It's nothing but a trick. It came right back. But you know what they say? And I find it to be true. A house is not a home until you can write "I love you" in the dust. So I kind of go by that. Now, I take that to heart. Until you can write "I love you" in the dust. Then your house is a home. So if you are a dust fanatic, if you think you have to dust every day, yeah. The only thing you have to do every day is you have to haul the trash out because it'll start stinking. You probably should clean your bathroom pretty regular. And yeah, I don't see anything else. If you leave the dishes long enough, your husband will do them. Well, mine will. He'll do them. He did them today. I was taking a nap. I got up, and there he was standing in front of the sink. Talk about sexy is a man standing in front of the sink. Okay, let's see. Him caught up on all these? Yeah, geez. I love this. You know, I don't even want to hang up the phone here. I want to continue. I want to continue. I don't even want to hang up the phone. But okay. There we go. There we go. That's it for right there. Let's see. I want to show you something though. Let me just show you. Just a minute. Just a minute. I want to show you something that I've been doing. I've been boiling paper. Wait a minute, I gotta find it. Boiling paper. Now I watched Rosemary Morris. Rosemary Morris, she's got the group that she calls Trashy Junk and Flowish Journals. I think that's what it's called. And she put up this video about a boiled book. Well, I don't know that I'm going to make a book out of these, but look at this. Now, I used watercolor paper. I should make a whole nother video out of this, but I just want to show you real quick. And I went outside and I found leaves. These are leaves like off of this is like off of a sweet gum tree. And so, like, you take this paper, and I used watercolor paper because that's what Rosemary used. But then I watched another one where somebody was just using cardstock and just folded in half like this with those leaves in there, and then just have a whole collection, and you get them all folded in half with leaves and flowers and such in between. And then now, like, the guy put his together with clamps. Rosemary just put hers together with rubber bands. I used rubber bands. And then I put them in. I have an old aluminum pot, and I put them in there, and I covered it up with, I put some rusty things in there, like rusty gears and stuff. And the rusty gears does something to the water. I will also vinegar in the water. But here's some different leaves. And this one had a little flower here. And here's some more different leaves. I can't, now, if you watch Rosemary's, this one had a flower. This one had, I do know what this was. This was a knockout rose on here. Because I don't have very many flowers still blooming in the yard, but my knockout roses are still blooming. So I put a couple of them there. Then some of them don't really, some of the leaves don't take on, they don't do much. I guess some of them have more chloroform or something. I don't know what they have. So some of them, like this one here, was just leaves off of a palm, like a palm tree. I put them, they didn't do too much either. These ones, the leaves were actually purple. And them, I thought that they would really show purple. Oh, this one was at the top of my stack because you could see where the rubber bands were. And then I had the rusty gear on the top. That was the top of my stack. I think that looks pretty cool. And then here, there was just one like a maple leaf here. More leaves. This was a flower. And see, I don't remember. Rosemary knows every flower she put in here. But I do know that this was another one of my knockout roses. Another rose. And this was 2 batches that I did here. Because then after I did my first batch, then my friend around the corner, she brought me some flowers and leaves from her flower garden. And see, that was on the outside too, where I had the rubber bands. You see the rubber bands. But they're interesting. Each time I look at them, I see like something different. So this is and I have found too by doing this that you get more color from the other underside of the leaf than you do the top of the leaf. So when I do this again, which I still have all my pots and stuff on this in the kitchen, I think I'm going to do it again, maybe tomorrow. But when I put the leaves on, I'm going to put leaves on this side with the bottoms touching the paper, and then I'm going to put some more like this with the bottoms up, so when I close it, they're touching the paper. And I'm going to see what happens with those. So I just love to see what happens. But, you know, I get different prints, just different. And also you can look at eco printing. But most of the eco printing that I have seen so far is done with fabric. And a lot of it is like you put the flowers down on a piece of paper, and another piece of paper, you use a hammer and you pound the color out of the flowers. And that's pretty too, but I'm not ready to try that. Right now, I just like the boiled book things. And so far, my favorite video was Rosemary's, Rosemary Morris. Now see, this was a leaf that was purple on one side, green on the other. And I didn't get any purple. I didn't get any of the purple. I just put that one leaf in there, and it showed the purple, I mean the green, but not the purple. So I was kind of surprised because I really thought that that purple would come out. That one's pretty. This is pretty. A lot of green, a lot of real green. And like I said, I don't remember what kind of leaves they were because I don't really know the names of these leaves either. But one day I think I'll do my version of the video. It took a long time for Rosemary to do hers, though, because you boil them for an hour and a half. And so that's like, you got to wait. And I don't know how to edit films and stuff like that. I don't know how to do that. So I did just download a program that shows me how I can maybe put two pieces together of a film. But see how some of the spots in there, it's just really artsy. This was the leaf was like, this was the base of the leaf, and it went out this way, and that one turned out really cool. I think this one like this was off the sweet gum tree, I think. I don't know. And then that one, and I think that they turned out really good. I love trying different things, and that was just something different. And I think that they turned out really good. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I had fun. I don't really worry so much about the destination. I just enjoy the journey. And so making these was my journey, which I've got a swap going on with a friend that we're doing a Flowish journal swap. And when you do that, all you do is send out things that other people can use in their journals. And so I'll include a couple of these pages in that swap because I think she'll enjoy these. And so I know she will, because she's that kind of a person. And so that's my show and tell. I bought these brushes at the Goodwill. There are two of them. Actually, I had 4 of them, but I sent 2 of them off in a Happy Meal. But these are scrub brushes. I'm going to use them for paint. I'm surprised that I didn't think of these because I haven't tried them yet. I'm going to use these in paint. I got them at the Goodwill. There was 4 for $1, I think. But I sent 2 off in a Happy Meal. And but I think those would make nice paint brushes too. So see, that's what you do. You find things that will make paint applicators. You know, like this is a lid off of something. And it makes my circles. So, I can't hardly stop talking. I really probably should, since my husband has gone to bed, well, I've been on here an hour and 19 minutes. I'm sorry, you guys. My videos are more like And I'm not sorry. I got to quit saying I'm sorry too, because I'm not sorry that I've been on here an hour and 19 minutes because I love talking to you all. But and I love doing these things and I love sharing with you guys. I just love crafting. I love talking. I love sharing and I love you guys. And I don't know what I'll do with these. You know what I think I might do? I might do, you know, I'm soon going to make a video on my ATCs. I know there's 6 jillion videos out there on ATC cards, but I have had a couple people now ask me recently about ATCs and like the rules and you know the just the methods, which you would think that the methods all would be, you know. So I'm going to do one. I'm going to do one with my method or my rules or my, I don't have any rules, but anyway. But anyway, look at this purse. This just happens to be here. I just bought this at the Goodwill. Look at this purse. I love it. Does that look like Victorian? It looks Victorian. Dry clean only. Oh, spot clean only. And I love this. But you know what I'm going to do with this? Because I'm really into the bohemian. And I love all these beads on here. But I'm going to take the bottom here. And I'm going to add like a fringe with beads. And like there's like turquoise beads in here already and some wooden beads. So I'm going to go with the turquoise and wooden beads. And I'm going to put a fringe on the bottom of this. I don't know if I'm going to keep this chain as the handle, but I might keep the chain as part of the handle, and I might add something to it. So it's, I don't know though. That I will figure out, but I found that at the Goodwill. I just thought I died and went to heaven when I found that. Look at that, how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? But anyway, it just happened to be sitting here, so I showed it to you. Because that's how I am. I'm just kind of looking around and seeing what I can show you. Okay, now I'm going to let you go. Where's my mouse? Here's my mouse. I'm going to let you go, and thank you for watching. These, I think, turned out really fun. And like I say, do it the assembly line method, and you don't have to wait. Sit there and wait for things to dry. Because who in the world, in their right mind, wants to wait for things to dry? Not me. Look how pretty. I mean, even like these two were just going to be my wipe off papers, and it turned out that they turned out to be just as beautiful as the rest of them. I love them. I think they're beautiful. So, and they're already dry. I can put them in my book. They're all ready to go in the book. Yep. And so my book is going to be completely full. So, you know, you can find those like a Betty Crocker book or, you know, there's, and if you go to the thrift shop, like at our thrift shop, anything like this with the binding, with the three rings in it like that, they're $1. They're $1. So like on this one, I use stamps, little feet, butterflies. Basically on this one is the same things, but I use different colors. Oh, that one I use, this one I use the sponges too. This one I didn't use sponge. This one, oh, this one I gessoed and then just started spot painting all over the thing. I didn't really cover up the whole thing. And just put different colors. This one I put some sprays on. So you can just do anything that your little heart desires, and you never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, thank you for coming by. Remember that I love you, and may God bless you. May God watch over every step you take, every move you make. And I will see you on the very next video. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, love you guys.